fun
You
stuff.
even allow non-Toyota vehicles.
Oh yeah, yes. Please, the more the better.
Got her done. Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Carol.
In 2016, we sold almost everything we own, and we took our 3 teenage kids on an epic family road trip around North America and the world.
We knew we could always make more money, but we could never get back time.
As a family, we valued time more than money and experiences more than things. Along the way, our kids grew up into awesome young adults while developing the entrepreneurial skills and life experiences that have set them on their own adventurous paths. In our new chapter as empty nesters, our adventure continues, both off the grid at our cabin in the wilderness and on the road exploring distant places in our well-equipped expedition truck.
These days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to.
Good morning. We are on our way now to the final leg of the journey, 3.5 hours to Flagstaff, and we're going to get all checked in. And then tomorrow the expo starts, so we have a few things we need to do. We got to fill up with water, get a few groceries, because once we're in the expo, we're there for 3 days, so we want to make sure we have everything we need. And hopefully you guys will get a chance to come by and say hi, and we'll have a great time. We're going to try to meet a lot of folks and look at all the new stuff. That's one of the fun things about going to Expo, is just seeing what's out there. The overlanding industry has matured and changed a lot in the last 10 years since we started. I think it's been about 8 or 9 years since we went to our first Overland Expo on the East Coast. And it's really, really changed and grown. And so it's pretty exciting.
The Mexican hat rock,
Yeah.
or what was it called?
That Balanced Rock is what they named this town after, called Mexican Hat.
This San Juan's cafe has really good meals, authentic ones.
So they have what they call Navajo flatbread and a bunch of authentic foods like that. And we've eaten there a few times with the kids. It's just a fun experience. So if you're going down this road, check them out. And then we come up over the hill here, and we'll have that iconic view of Monument Valley. Some people call it the Forrest Gump Road or something because of the movie Forrest Gump, where he's running up the hill and then all those people are following him, and then that's the exact spot where he says, "I'm tired, I think I'm going to go home now."
It was really fun with the kids the first time go around, and we got a epic picture of the kids all jumping. Run, Forrest, run! I'm tired now, I think I'm going to go home. It's just fun to come and do that, and also this time just to even see people out there with their kids, or older people, and they want to get that shot for themselves. So
Drive slowly, because everyone wants the shot right in the middle of the road. There's a slow speed limit through there, of course, but just always be super careful.
just crossed the state line into Arizona, and that makes it our 8th state that we've crossed so far on this trip.
Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Utah, and now we're in Arizona.
Yep. And then we make our way up after the show to Colorado for a few things, and then all the way east. So it'll be fun to take you guys along with us as we explore America.
Some days are just
It has since allowed him to reach.
So we just got some diesel and some water bottles for the show. And what? We're an
Carol
hour.
got a little piece of meat.
I couldn't resist. There you go. See you later. He was super cute. And when we were filling up, I just couldn't resist it. So I went into the store, bought him some beef jerky. It's kind of neat on the side of the highway. The natives have all these different shops that they make either jewelry, pottery, or whatever it is that they're selling. And a couple years ago, when we were passing through here with the kids, they always like to stop and buy a little trinket or, an arrowhead or something like that. So it's kind of neat. It's a little fun thing that you can do and help
support the Navajo community.
Yeah, but you'll just see them just randomly on the side of the highways here.
All right, so we're out of water and there's no rivers or lakes that we know of to fill up. So the only other option that we know of in town is the KOA here, and you pay a small fee and you're able to use that ticket to fill up 2 different times. So that's what I'm going to do.
What is it, like $10?
I think so. I'll let you know. 10 or 15, I think.
Ooh, that's expensive.
Yeah, it's not cheap. It's actually $20 for one fill.
Are you kidding
But
me?
she gave me the address of the town fill stations. She said try there first.
Okay.
It would be free, I think, over there. So
Yeah, that's a lot better. $20 American is like what? 80
for us,
Canadian?
that's like $30 for a bit of water. 01 East Commerce Avenue, Flagstaff.
Getting directions to 5401 East.
They do have a big overhead dump station, but I wonder if you can fill with a hose. Maybe I can ask this guy if he's not in a hurry. So, unfortunately, that was a bit of a wild goose chase. The guy at the water place said you have to have an account there, and it's for folks that it's an overhead fill, so if you have a water trailer and you have an account, you can come and buy large amounts of water. So, nothing with a hose to fill up the truck. So we're just going to carry on, and Casey Highlights is where we have to get our information for the show, which is in town here, and who knows, our friends at Casey Highlights might have a hose bib we can fill there.
I don't know if you guys can see the towers up there, but there's a beautiful hike that goes up to those towers.
You guys did it, and then it started snowing at the top.
Yeah, we hit, snow was up to our knees with Caroline and I, and we've done it 3 times.
Yeah, I've done it with you in the summer.
But it's a beauty hike called Mount Alden, and it's, like I said, beautiful.
Hey, Pete, how you doing?
Good. In the airport, all checked in.
Oh, good.
Through security, so.
Nice. So when does the flight leave?
This one at 3:25, it should be leaving.
So we're all set up here at the Overland Expo. I'm going to start editing. I got some work to do, but then we're going to start showing you around the whole expo. So we made it from Ontario to here. I don't know how many thousand miles, but I'll figure that out and let you know.
Good morning. This is the start of the expo. We arrived Thursday kind of afternoon, and today's Friday, so it's exciting that it's officially starting in about half an hour. So we're just making coffee. Pete is finishing up the edit for this tomorrow Sunday's video, and then we're gonna go take a walk around before it gets too busy and look at what's all out there. There's so many vendors. I think they said over 400 vendors here, so that's a lot to see in the overlanding camping world. So yeah, first coffee, and then we go walk around, and then hopefully we get to meet a lot of you. So I'll see you there.
Today we're just showing a quick highlight reel from our time at the expo. We're putting together a full video that'll dive into all the cool products we found, plus some great demos and info from the vendors. If that's something you're into, we'll let you know as soon as it's up.
I've been following you guys since the kids were smaller.
Well, tiny, yeah.
Right there.
Oh wow.
I'm Michael. Michael's my wife.
I'm Tracy.
Hey guys, we're here at the Ross Monster booth, and just want to show you some of the new features that are on the Baja. Yeah.
It's way stronger.
We're here at the Onyx booth, and I'm with Val.
So my name's Val. I'm the head of product for Onyx Off-Road, and we love coming here to Overland Expo and talking to everybody and hearing the amazing stories.
Three-piece, so we could ship it, or if it's damaged, you could
Replace section.
They develop it. So we got the soul. Dual stage, and we're doing 10% off at the show.
Yeah, he just filmed that series too. From this is nice. Never seen that. That's sweet.
Oh wow.
And you can use some merch.
Nice. Arrowhead Overland.
Would you sign it for me?
Absolutely.
At my campground?
Absolutely. Whatever you want.
Get all of that.
Normal Friday.
How's it going?
I know Peter was sent
Along right there, and it's like whatever that other thing is called. Oh, thanks. Super good.
All right.
There you go.
I'm here with Rob, and I'll have him just quickly introduce himself.
We're going to show this film on the screen tonight. Hopefully people come out. It's a lot of fun. It's basically a short documentary on my life. Let's go!
saw, look back in there. I saw Matt last night.
And how I believe that we all should be connected to. That's probably where you can set what's into.
Good morning. It is the last day here at Expo West. It's been a great expo. We've met so many people, and thanks to all of you that were here for coming by and saying hi and sharing your stories and sharing how you've really watched the kids grow up, and you're so attached to the children, almost like some have said, almost like they're our kids, and that's so meaningful. And we've heard from people who say they wouldn't be here if it wasn't for our videos. They've watching the videos, being inspired, their whole life has changed, and they've used their time with their children and got out and spent time around a campfire. So all those stories are inspiring to us and makes it so we want to keep putting out videos. So thank you, and one more day, and then we're gonna carry on our journey, and we're gonna take you with us. Hey guys, I'm here with Rochelle Croft, who needs no introduction, and we're at the Overland booth, but I thought I'd just introduce Rochelle and then have her just to bring you up to speed with what's going on in the Overland world.
Awesome, thank you. It's good to see you guys as always.
Always.
My name is Rochelle Croft. I am married to Clay Croft, and about 15 years ago we started this little adventure called Overland, where we wanted to film our adventures of overland travel. So we have traveled all over the world, Pan American Highway, we did Africa, Nordcap, and the team is actually right now, the reason Clay isn't here is he is actually in Europe with Cyrus and the team and your child.
Yeah, Pete Jr.'s
well,
there.
Adult child now.
Yeah.
All kinds of
and
fun
you
stuff.
even allow non-Toyota vehicles.
Oh yeah, yes. Please, the more the better.
In winter, the water system we have to shut down. I'm here with Josh from Off Grid. It's a clothing line that Josh will tell you about, but we met you probably one of the early, many years ago.
Yeah, probably 5-6 years ago.
5-6 years ago.
So it's a workwear style pant but it has outdoor features like pre-bent knee shapes, kick short, right? So you can go in the water with it.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's right, soft shackles.
Yeah, nice.
While you're here, I know you know this, but you guys raised some good boys.
He's a good guy. Yeah, solid kid. Especially with summer coming up.
Metal detectors, anything to go out and do rock hunting,
cool.
Gold hunting, treasure hunting.
It's all over the world. That's awesome. So the kid.
We're all one big happy family, right?
That's all I have.
We're here.
Right.
It's always an adventure.
Fully.
Stay off the grid.
Person is going to be her.
Hey guys, I'm Anthony with Grill Game. I'm here with the brand new G3.
That's what I do is I just film what I love doing, and it doesn't feel like a job.
Yes, I'm Peter from Epic Family Road Trip.
All right, awesome. I guess I got here. Yes.
Hey, I'm Jake with Tripod Torch.
Here, and you can even put like a Dutch.
Hey guys, I'm here with Jeff from Overland Outfitters.
It's for people like me who like to really be organized. This is a very durable acrylic bag. Where do you do your morning routine? I gotta shave, I wanna look at the mirror.
Yes, sure. We have show specials.
Most of the storage products on the market are junk.
Right. Good little segment.
I'm assuming you're the...
Hey guys, I'm here with Johanna from Bripe, which is a really neat. Check them out.
We have a website, it's briping.com.
Briping.com. Hey guys, I'm here with Mike, one of the co-founders of Shower Pouch, a product you probably have heard about.
Large 2 foot by 1 foot body wipe. So this is actually a towel. It's not a single-use item. So we're basically, in terms of the category of cleaning, we're a 1-for-1.
Everyone looks like, wow.
Yeah.
Growing up, everyone's like doing their thing now.
Good to meet you in person.
It's Carol.
Hey.
The heaters, I've showed them how the heat. All right, I'm here with Josh from Battleborn Batteries. You guys are probably familiar with them because of the awesome game changers we have up at the cabin that power our life up there. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Wow, that was a busy 3 days here at Expo West. Thanks for coming by our booth and saying hi. We met so many great people and reconnected with old friends, made new friends. So that's another expo in the books, and we're heading down the road. Just gonna fill with water. We tried before the show, and it was 20 bucks here at KOA, but that must be their weekend fee. Now that the weekend's over, it's 10 bucks. We just went in, and we had tried that other place, it wasn't available. So I thought, well, we're just gonna have to pay the 20 bucks. Went in to ask for it and they said it was 10 bucks, so that's not bad.
Still not great.
Still a lot for agua, but if we could find a river or a lake nearby, then we could filter free water with our Guzzle H2O, but we're in a bit of a hurry right now, so we're just gonna fill it up here. This is a hose we took from the island, but it's got this shut-off knob on the end, so it's not that convenient. I'm gonna have to hold it, but I think what we'll do is get a regular RV hose because we can just stick it in and leave it.
You know how many of those we have?
We have tons, don't we? All right, we're full of water. Now we're gonna go try to find a camp spot between here and Phoenix or Scottsdale and go hide in the bush.
So we just arrived to camp, and I'm thinking of doing some steaks and some zucchini with some herbs, probably thyme and rosemary, and then probably just relax and catch up on some comments on our video. And thank you all of you for the wonderful weekend that we just had at Expo. Tomorrow we have Pete's appointment, which I'm super excited about, down in Phoenix, and then we start heading off to our next destination.
As we're here in a BLM spot just outside of Flagstaff, just probably an hour south of Flag. or less. Today, actually we came in here last night after leaving the show, and we were so tired. We just set up a chair and sat and didn't take out any cameras and just relaxed and had a great sleep. So we're all refreshed and ready to rock again this morning. We have a 2-hour drive down to, it's Scottsdale. Yeah, we're going down to Scottsdale. I have an appointment to talk to a specialist about my sinus issue that I've been having. And we'll see what comes of that. We'll let you know. And then we got to carry on our journey. There's all kinds of stuff going on to get ready for shipping and all that to Europe. So, and also one of our Patreon family friends has been emailing me all kinds of information about driving and licensing of a larger vehicle. If it's over 3,500 kg, it's a possibility that special licensing is required to drive in Europe. But so I've been reading everything he sent me and Googling it and talking to the shipping company. So just trying to figure that all out. I don't think it's going to be a problem because most of what they're talking about is for like a huge man truck, you know, these huge overland vehicles, which attract a lot of attention, and they might get pulled over and weighed, in which case I think you're supposed to have a commercial license over there, even though you don't need one here. This is not, you know, this is a low pro truck, an F-350. I've read of some people that have shipped vehicles this size or even bigger and never had a problem in the course of a year of traveling around. So we're just going to keep going and figuring it out. So we're just going to set down camp and head down to Phoenix. It's going to be a lot warmer there. I don't think I'll be wearing a sweater, but that's why we camped up here. The elevation here in Arizona makes such a difference. You can drive an hour and be in incredibly hot weather and just drive up the mountain, and it's cool like it is right now. So it's a beautiful state, and we're really enjoying our time here.
So we had a great expo, but I got so sunburnt. It really hurts. I forgot to put on some sunblock or wear a hat. But yeah, so we're heading down to Pete's appointment and really praying they can find a solution for him so that he can get back to normal and just be able to breathe better. So it's a beautiful drive here. It's always nice in Arizona though.
So while we were here in Arizona, I was able to get into an ENT specialist, and thanks Jen, one of our subscribers, recommended a doctor down here, and I figured, you know, we're here anyway, let's see if we can get an appointment. But they took us in right away, did a scope, and found that what I suspected by doing research and hearing from all of you, I have what's called nasal polyps, and in both nasal passages, and there's less than 10% of airway going through. So no wonder I'm struggling to breathe half the time and sound all plugged up, and my head is congested and I can't taste or smell. They also said it's one of the worst they've seen. The doc came in and said, oh my goodness, I don't know how you can handle it, because all of my nasal passages and sinal ducts and sinal cavities are completely blocked. And he said, I hardly ever see it that bad. So that all starts to make sense why I've been struggling with it all so long. But anyway, they were able to take us in right away. So that's why we came down here to Lost Dutchman, which is only 40 minutes from town. And now we drive about an hour and a half down to the clinic, and I'll get those polyps removed. So it's a fairly quick, not too invasive procedure, just local anesthetic, and then a couple days recovery. So I'm sure looking forward to being able to breathe again, and hopefully my taste and smell will come back. Because I was thinking, going to Europe, I mean, even though it's pretty expensive and it really eats into our travel budget for Europe, what's the point of going to a cafe and not being able to smell or taste the coffee, right? So we'll just cut somewhere else and get this done. So it's pretty important. So thanks for all of you for your suggestions and ideas, and Jan for your recommendation of this doctor. Appreciate it. You can hear the mourning doves all around us, but I just want to see if I can call one closer so we can film it for you. I'm not sure I know how to do it right, but let's try this. Sometimes they'll be curious and come closer. Well, we called one in. I should have, before I started calling, I should have had my camera set up. I was trying to get him to go up to this big saguaro cactus right across the way from here. Sure enough, he flew right up there and stood there for a minute.
So I'm just making a really light breakfast. They don't want Pete to have too much in his stomach, but just enough, just in case he gets nauseous. So I'm doing some Canadian ham with an egg on top and some cucumber slices.
Thank you.
So this park is great. A few years ago, Peter had a speaking engagement, and so the kids and I came here, and we woke up early one morning, and we did this hike here, all the way up to the top. There was a accident up there. An airplane crashed One Thanksgiving night, a father and his children were flying back after visiting family, and something happened with his electronics, and the plane ended up hitting way up on the top there, and you can still see the pieces and some pictures with basically a headstone up there, or a memorial up there for them. Really sad. The hike itself is just stunning, really beautiful. The last little bit is a little bit technical, but it was super fun. You know, looking at this Superstition Mountains and knowing, you know, the kids and I went to the top of it. So many memories all over the place. And there's a really neat mountain bike trail that goes around this park that we did as well. So they were very entertained while being here. We saw 2 rattlesnakes. I wasn't very impressed, nor Caroline, but the boys were all thrilled with it. But yeah, so this morning we head to the doctor's. We finally get that procedure done for Pete. That's going to be life-changing for him. I couldn't imagine what he's been going through, and he hardly talks about it. But I really miss him, you know, because I go and do these little hikes and stuff, but that's how, you know, what we always used to do together. I don't mind doing it by myself sometimes, but I really enjoy his company on these hikes, and I know he loves it. That's his passion, is to be outdoors and really active. For the last 1.5 years, he can't do anything, so I can't imagine when this is all done and he can get back to being himself, mountain biking or hiking, just even being able to smell coffee in the morning, you know. Or, you know, I'll go like, wow, that smoke is really heavy, but he can't smell it. So it's quite dangerous too. But yeah, so I'm really excited and so thankful for this appointment, and look forward to doing lots of hikes with him in Europe, and hopefully when we cross America. So I better head back. Pete didn't want to be late. I don't blame him. And he needs to be there an hour ahead of the appointment just to get all the procedure stuff ready to go. Yeah, that was a nice short little stretch of the legs. Got to glass, just looking at all the rock and all the caves and just the structure like up close when you're using your binoculars. Is just, it opens up the world even more. That's why I love it so much. Always having them on hand, if it's to view wildlife or even birds, or just canyons and landscape. It really gives you another perspective. It's kind of like when we use a drone, you know, you get that at the next level view of your surrounding areas, and that's kind of how I feel with the binoculars. It's probably one of my top things to do. But anyways, we're not that low with water. I think we're 50%, but we're gonna fill up with water because we can here, and then be on our way. So we'll see you on the road. It's nice and cold in here.
Yeah.
Wow.
And AC is super effective. Almost immediately it was cooled down. Love it.
What are those cacti called?
Saguaro.
So where are you gonna go?
So where are you gonna go?
Saguaro. It was so neat that we were here when the saguaro cacti were blooming. I don't think I've ever seen that.
No.
Have you?
I don't think I
No.
have.
So that was really special. And they're just beautiful white flowers, and some of them just have tons of them all over the place. Like this one here.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Is that what they call the desert rose? I wonder.
I thought, no, that was a different I don't know. But yeah.
Oh yeah, those were the kind of flat. On the John Wayne movie, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, they talk about the desert rose is in bloom. I'm gonna play that clip.
You are definitely full.
Yeah. Put some local anesthetic up my nose, 3 different things, and some cotton swabs way up there. And my teeth are numb now. My whole nose, I think, is starting to go numb, but it hasn't worked out. I'll be coughing blood for a while.
I can drive.
Yeah, I can. Got her done. Owie, but he said one of the worst he's seen, so he just kept going and going. He said, I hope you can take it, but I want to do the full job so you don't have to come back. So they said a couple days recover. I can see why. I'll explain it all later.
Let's get you in the car.
Yeah.
So I'm just driving up to Flagstaff, and we'll probably camp at roughly the same area that we did right after Expo, and get Peter resting. I think it's about 3 hours to that camp spot, and then he can rest up and just take it easy. And it's a beautiful area to do that. And then we'll carry on in the morning, and hopefully it's a good night's sleep that Pete can get so he can heal. It'll take a few days, but hopefully we can get him there ASAP to start getting better.
So the procedure is done. It went very smoothly. Took longer than normal, the doc said, because of how bad it was. He just said it was as bad as it could get. So, yeah. Thankfully, it's non-intrusive. They go up through your nose, but it's still a lot going on there, man. But I'm very, very thankful. Everything seemed to have gone well. I can actually take a good breath of air through my nose without any blockage. This bleeding will happen for another hour or so, and then that should be the end of that. It's already slowed down considerably, and then it's just rest for a couple of days. And driving rest is fine. They don't want you to fly after this procedure, but they said driving is fine. So we got a lot of that to do anyway. We have to be meeting up with our friends at Goose Gear for some work, some cool additions we'll show you later. And after that, the very next day, we're in Longmont, meeting up with the team at Ross Monster, and then we'll go from there. But thanks for following along.
So we thought we were just gonna drive about 3.5 hours after Peter's surgery, but we came to the off-ramp for that first camp. Pete said he was feeling good, good enough to continue another 3.5 hours. So that's what we did, and so we should be arriving to Goosenecks in about 43 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm happy that he's feeling a little bit better. And now we're close to getting him some rest time. Where do you want me to park?
I think if you pull up here, or just, you probably have to do a multi-point turn and then just back up there.
That is so beautiful. Gonna make a super simple kind of fajita salad, and then I'll probably sit outside with Pete for a little bit and then take a shower and then get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna head over to Goose Gear, and I'm super excited to tell you guys what we're gonna be doing, but that will wait till tomorrow.
So we made it to one of our favorite places, and we're camped way out here in the quiet, overlooking the San Juan River, about 1,000 feet below us. And Carol made a delicious meal. We're just going to enjoy that. I've got my bandage off because during that 4-hour drive, my nose stopped bleeding. They say it's going to be more plugged for the next couple of days than even before the procedure, but the good thing is that the polyps are gone, and it's just a matter of clearing everything out now. I have a saline rinse that I have to use tomorrow morning, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I think you have to do it 2 or 3 times a day for the next 10 days, so with every day it'll get better and better, and very soon I'll be able to taste and breathe clearly and all that good stuff, so I'm super excited about that. But thanks for following along today. We're gonna eat dinner and get to bed. Big day tomorrow. The doctor told us to find somewhere quiet, peaceful, to rest and heal after the procedure. Up here, perched on the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff, high above the San Juan River, the last light of day painting the rocks in hues of red and yellow. And far below, the faint sound of the river carving its way through the canyon. I think we found just the place.
So I just put out Pete's pajamas, and we're gonna put down the table and have him sleep here tonight because the doctor recommended that he keeps his head up for the first night, maybe 2. So we'll put a whole bunch of pillows up and then have him lay out this way with some blankets, and we'll put on a cozy movie, and hopefully he feels better tomorrow.
Okay, I'm getting spoiled.
No. Do you have your gauze and everything for your nose?
Yeah. He gave little gauze pads and some tape, and I'll just fold it up, tape it on, and then if it drips, which it will, while I'm sleeping, it won't go all over the place.
The cactus rose is in blossom.
Maybe gonna watch this John Wayne movie about the desert, My nose is dripping quite a bit, and I've got this on so I don't drip all over myself, and I've got to sleep with my head up as much as possible. I normally lay pretty flat, but I think with all these pillows I should be able to at least keep my head elevated a bit, and I only have to do that for one night, and then tomorrow I'll be in good shape. I do a couple of rinses. Not a lot of pain, surprisingly. It's quite nice, and things are improving. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, anyway, you have a good night's sleep. Carol, way up there, you gonna have a good night's sleep up there? I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see all of you tomorrow.
Purely personal. Mr. Senator, purely personal isn't good enough for my readers. Just why did you come to Shinbo? No mystery, is there? No.